From Lynchburg, Virginia, Joe Montgomery was a standout center along the offensive and defensive lines for Brookville High School before committing to play football for Lou Holtz at William & Mary in the early 1970s. His success on the field continued as a key member of the Tribe football teams from 1970 to 1973. A two-time first-team All-Southern Conference selection and Jacobs Blocking Trophy runner-up, he culminated his collegiate career serving as the team's co-captain for the 1973 season, earning All-American recognition from both Football News and the Associated Press. After a preseason with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1974 and time with Charlotte of the World Football League in 1975, the 1985 William & Mary Athletics Hall of Fame inductee has continued that success well beyond his playing days. He carried his competitive drive to the investment field, where he has held a top national financial advisor ranking for over 4 decades as selected by Barron's, Forbes, and Financial Times. He was inducted as a founding member of Barron's Hall of Fame. His commitment to his alma mater and greater community has seen him appointed to the William & Mary Board of Visitors, Colonial Williamsburg Foundation Board of Trustees, and the Virginia Retirement System Board of Trustees, among others. In 2017, Montgomery was honored by the Remington Trophy as a Gerald R. Ford Legends Award recipient. The award is presented to a former collegiate or professional center that, in addition to a standout football career, has also made significant contributions to the football and/or business communities, or through philanthropic endeavors. For his successes both on and off the field, Joe Montgomery is the 2023 Virginia Sports Hall of Fame Distinguished Virginian Award recipient.
Wow, that almost makes me sound good, doesn't it? I believe it was Groucho Marx who said, "I don't want to belong to any club that will accept me as a member." Well, Groucho was never invited into the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. He'd have been thrilled, as am I. I'd like to thank the Board of Directors of the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame and Will Driscoll for my selection. Like many of you, I have reviewed the list of past inductees and am humbled to become a part of their legacy. Collectively, the past 50 years of inductees represent the best of what sports has to offer on the field and off. I want to thank my mom and dad, who are no longer with us, but my parents indulged me in my efforts to get better as an athlete. I don't think I ever realized how smart they were until I had children. I went to football camps when that was rare. Maybe that's typical today, but back in the 60s it was not. I want to thank my wife and children who have lived through the stories and the aggrandizement of athletic exploits long gone. As anybody who was at the breakfast this morning heard, my wife Linda came up with the t-shirts that say, "The older I get, the better I was." And, a lot of the folks in this audience have one of those t-shirts, by the way. And you know who you are. Linda, Joe, Madeline, thank you for your love and patience. I owe too many other people to thank them individually in my brief time up here. I am flooded with memories, though. I mean, seeing people tonight, it's just astounding. Looking across this audience, thank you all. Rarely do people reach their potential without help. I am a case study for the good fortune of having people care. Just a quick story. Debbie White is here. You heard her introduced as a member of the Hall of Fame. Her dad, Dick Harmison, who is not with us tonight, was a coach at William & Mary and saw me at a football camp at Ferrum College in 1969. I guess I did okay at the camp, as he put me on the list of prospects at William & Mary. So, Debbie, tell your dad, thanks, Coach Harmison. Lou Holtz picked up on that when he became the coach at William & Mary in 1969. And for many of us in this room, and I really am astounded how many folks are here that relate to this, Lou Holtz was a factor in our football careers. For me, he was central to not only what happened on the field, but what happened after. As a number of folks here tonight can attest, he was, and probably still is, one of the best recruiters in the world. Had he not been so, I would have gone elsewhere. and not experience the many benefits I reaped from graduating from William and Mary. Nothing in my life would be as it is today. He had a vision for me, as he did for others that he recruited and coached. Sometimes it was hard to see what he saw. I will be eternally grateful to him for giving me the opportunity and the 50-plus years we have stayed in touch. It was a gentleman named Larry Phillips who brought me into the investment profession. He was a William and Mary grad. I wasn't even thinking of giving up on football, although by that time, football was probably thinking of giving up on me. If I hadn't gone to William and Mary, he wouldn't have been trying to get me into the business. It worked out pretty well. There is much written these days about the decline of sports, not of pure athletic ability, it's probably greater than ever, but of loyalty and camaraderie. I'm not sure what the long-range impact of NIL is, but I'm sure football will survive it, as will other sports. Maybe there won't be a Teddy Roosevelt stepping in as he did in the early 20th century to save football, but we will see the continuation of sport long after all here are memories at the 100th celebration of the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. Sport is uniquely additive to the quality of life. It has always been and always will be. The relationships made during our brief participation in sports are the beginning of lifelong bonds. The disciplines we practice in our youth morphed into how we handle the daily challenges and opportunities of our careers. The strategies passed along by our coaches have become the philosophies of our lives. The evidence is in this audience. Teammates and friends for 5 decades are here tonight. Thank you all for coming, and thanks again to the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame for this honor.